I want to go over this game that I did. I'm certainly not any good at chess, but I love the ending of this game, and so I want to go over it real quick. First move, I start out on white, and I go d4, which is pretty standard. They respond d5. Again, pretty standard. Queen's Gambit. Moving forward, they accept. I bring out the knight to develop and control the center. All standard stuff. They did the same. Try to take back some of the center. I go to the center with e4. And this is attacking the c4 pawn. But I actually don't see that right away, even though I should have. And they reply, attacking the center again. It's theoretically a free pawn, but not really. I push, which is also not that great of an idea. I probably should have kept developing with my knight, or ideally I should have taken the c4 pawn. They have their own inaccuracy because they didn't defend the pawn, which is still available on c4. I finally see it, and I take it, which is good for me, because in fact it says it's the best move because I win the pawn and I'm developing my piece. They're threatening to win the pawn. I feel like there's some other nasty stuff coming if I'm not careful, so I really need to protect that pawn. I choose my bishop, which gets me into trouble. You can see that it's a blunder, quite frankly. They take, because that's the natural thing to do, and I take back. I have to, because I can't lose the bishop for nothing. But I've doubled my pawns, and now he can just win the pawn, which, again, I screwed up. But I'm still all right. I have good control of the center. And now I can chase the knight away because I don't want it to hit the g2 pawn. They're good. They get out of the way. They trade the bishop for the knight. I take with my queen. I don't like my queen out that far that early, but gotta trade the material. They castle. Develop my knight. Best move. They go for the pawn. And I castle, which I should have just taken the free pawn. But I also felt I needed to get my king out of the way because I felt the queen was coming down either to f6 or g5. And sure enough, f6. I defend my knight. Brings the queen in. Who knows if that's the right move or not. b1. I get my king out of the way because he's in check. Takes. I take back. Best move, again, exchanging materials, attacking the queen. But now the queen gets the h2 pawn, which is all right. It's not great for me, but, it's fine. I push up the pawn because I don't want to lose the next pawn, but maybe I should have done something else. Rooks can see each other now. That's good for them. I push in the knight I'm not sure. I mean, it says it's not a good move. I was thinking of attacking the pawn on c7. But, you know, my opponent, not that great either. So, brings the knight around, attacking the queen. That pawn is still available. I take it. It says I'm losing the queen. Which... I don't know how I was losing the queen at that point, but I find out. And I have to admit, it was a great move, and I was in a bad position here. I am in a terrible position, so I have to do something absolutely bold. I push the pawn forward. My figure is if he takes, I take, and then I'm close to queening that pawn, and I'm giving black some heck for stealing my queen, which admittedly I just gave up by playing a poor move. They bring the rook over. He should have just captured my queen. He could have brought the rook over to c8 afterwards, and probably would have been okay, or moved his queen back to help protect against that pawn. There's a variety of things he could have done. At any rate, I used the opportunity to land a check and get out of losing my queen. And incidentally, I'm very aware of the c2 vulnerability. And so I used that check to get back. I could have used the rook to threaten the queen. It would have blocked that c2 square, but I had other ideas at this point. Now he's bringing the knight in, which looks like it could be trouble. But in this position, I bring the rook over, which says it's a miss. I could have pushed the pawn, I guess, or brought the knight to a7. I had another idea, though, and that was after they pushed the knight out, I knew he was going to threaten my queen. I found this fantastic move. d7. It says inaccuracy, but as you'll see, I'm giving up the queen. I am sacrificing the queen. Here they should take the pawn, because this is what happens once they take my queen. I immediately queen. Take the rook. I immediately queen. I'm no worse off, and I'm threatening checkmate in the worst way. In fact, checkmate is unstoppable unless they move their queen. But even if they did, I don't think they could stop me. And in fact, they don't. They take the queen and check and mate. And that's it. And it's just such a fantastic checkmate after really screwing up. So, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed.